On social networks, they're referred to as spray man. Their only weapons are their aerosol paint cans, which they use to attack the Syrian authorities by writing anti-regime slogans on walls across the country. The unrest in Syria began in March when teenagers were arrested for writing anti-government graffiti in the southern city of Deraa. Despite the repression of protests, the movement has continued to grow, and spraying graffiti remains a popular way for the younger generation to voice their frustrations with the regime. These activists spray messages on the walls of public buildings, like here in Deir el-Zor, where the walls around the central square have been cleaned and painted over again and again to get rid of any trace of graffiti. But this has done little to deter the graffiti artists who are determined to get their message across. They keep their faces hidden and they wait until after dark before they step into action to avoid being seen by security forces. They're wanted by the authorities and several have reportedly been arrested, with Ahmad Kanji being one of the most well-known. According to this Facebook page, which was set up to campaign for his release, the 30-year-old architect from Damascus has been in prison since July, where he has also been tortured. The authorities are doing everything in their power to stop the escalation of this political graffiti. If you want to buy an aerosol paint can in Syria, you now have to show the vendor your ID. This video is at the center of controversy in the United States at the moment. It shows a man and his wife disciplining their 16-year-old daughter, and we can clearly see she's beaten with a belt. The footage is from 2004 and was released online by the victim at the end of October of this year. What makes the story even more shocking is that the father is none other than Judge William Adams, a family law judge for the state of Texas. Hillary Adams has explained in a short message posted on the community site Reddit why she's decided to go public with this video, which was filmed 7 years ago. She says she was pushed to breaking point after being harassed by her father on the telephone and decided to upload the violent footage onto the internet to show the world what her father was really like. She says she doesn't regret her decision. And the video has spread across the web like wildfire. It's already been viewed over 5.5 million times. The images have been met with strong reactions from web users. Many have been expressing their incomprehension and disgust on social networks. A number of Facebook pages have been set up demanding Judge Adams be punished. This one is demanding he face criminal charges, and this one, which has drawn near to 35,000 social networkers, is urging voters to not re-elect a man capable of such a violent tirade. And although apparently too much time has passed to press state charges against the judge, he has become the latest target for informal hacker group Anonymous. In this video message, they promise to avenge the victim and make William Adams pay for his violence. A huge explosion followed by the sounds of gunfire. According to reports from Syrian cyber activists, these images were filmed in Homs on Sunday. Referred to by the opposition as the capital of the revolution, this central Syrian city has been under siege by security forces for near to 1 week now. As we can see in this video, which is doing the rounds on sharing sites, the attacks have been particularly intense in the residential neighborhood of Bab Amro, where army defectors had taken refuge. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights is saying it's a campaign of arrests in the opposition stronghold and that dozens of civilians have been killed since the start of the military operation. In this footage, we see what appears to be security forces storming a school looking for activists. The opposition has called upon the international community to take action to protect residents of Homs, but the violent repression doesn't appear to be discouraging the city's protesters, as this video uploaded on Tuesday would suggest the anti-government demonstrations continue. Syrians living abroad have launched an online campaign called Call Homs to mark their solidarity with the people living there. Those taking part in the scheme are asked to call a random telephone number in Homs and tell the person who answers that they support them. Jub is not just any old dog. As we can see in this clip, put together by his owners, our four-legged friend can balance all sorts of objects on his nose and his head. Food, clothes, ornaments, and even a cat. Nothing seems to faze him.
First time, first love, all we're feeling is this. Electricity flows with the very first kiss.